When it comes to mergers and acquisitions, so we usually it requires two alignment in mergers and acquisition. One is the account alignment, which is a parent entity, for example, is using 40,000 as the revenue account, and the entity it is buying, sister entity, is recording the revenue is in a completely different account code. Either make the sister entity accounts which is completely transform their accounting system and they use the parent entity accounting system, or option two is sister entity continue to use the accounting system or the software, and the parent entity and the accounts are just merged into the parent entity. And then the next alignment is the accounting standard alignment. Say, for example, this is a parent entity is based in US and follows the US GAAP and follows International Accounting Standard IAS. And let's say that it buys an entity in Singapore, which follows a local GAAP, and that account also, when they're reporting in the parent entity, the accounting standard also needs to be aligned to the parent entity. So this is the challenge in mergers and acquisitions, and how we are going to help the solutions in Insight. I'll just take, for example, parent entity is in SAP and the sister entity is in Oracle, and we need to transfer the data to the parent entity, which is in SAP. We will come to the source entity, which is Oracle system, and we will align company code to the company code, account number. Maybe this is called account number 56 here, and we will align to the account number of the parent entity. So this way, what happens is that data which is coming from Oracle, it will always pick up that this field represents the field account number in my target entity. So here you can see that traditionally this is how the system architecture was. We map it to each other. So this is how different tables are being mapped to each other. So this is a purely developer exercise, and then the end users doesn't have any role to play in this activity. But we are moving away from that complex field mapping, and we are doing everything for the end users so that they can easily drive that map. Once these alignments are carried out, we come to the value mapping. And in the value mapping, we will have either one-to-one mapping. So for example, this account code probably coming from a sister concern is hitting the parent account code machine. Now this is on the, in case we need to just align account to account mapping, different account codes are present in different systems. We need to align them. So in a nutshell, we have these options in our tool, and also there is another options that we do. So an enterprise sometimes come with a different list. Sometimes the challenge is a sister concern, this account plus cost center. That becomes the parent entity revenue. So what happens is that, for example, you are looking into, let's say, table, you're bringing an account code, and account code equals, so that means yeah, any particular account code plus a cost center, again equals, and that hits the target account code. So that means when we create this, let's say we have a M&A version 3. So what happens is that in our data now, account number plus this cost center, that will hit to this account code. So in a way, we are not doing one-to-one mapping, we are doing many-to-one mapping. So this way, our system is flexible. Right. So in a way, what we are doing, we are not just aligning the account alignment in M&As, but we are also presenting the reports as the business may require as per different accounting standards. So this is our options in our solutions to help M&A business, where a business does not necessarily need to transform the complete sister entity into a new accounting system, because that takes almost a year to do that system migration. Instead, they use our tool to bridge that gap, where they bring the values from the sister entity to the parent entity using our system. Let me